What's up everybody, Jeff Gresham here. Welcome back to the channel for yet another video. Today, I want to talk about what photography is to me, all the whys, whats, and hows. So let's roll that intro and let's get to it. So I'm often asked the question, how I got into photography. You know, people who just look at me and wonder, how did this guy that performed some of the heaviest music for a chunk of his life go from heavy music to an art as serene as photography? While people I've known for years kind of ask the same question. Well, to be honest, it's a bit complicated. And if you'll give me just a bit of your time, I'll let you in on it. But first, if you'd be so kind as to do all the YouTube things like hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, etc. Anyway, so I'm gonna try not to ramble too much or regurgitate stories I've already told. In a nutshell, I've always loved art, drawing, photographs, music, etc. And after I decided to lay down the guitar and kind of focus on the second half of my life, I started thinking about all the things in life that had been challenging, mostly kind of how high-strung I was. You know, I was always full of energy, never taking anything serious, angry, outspoken, but most of all, just stressed. I can't remember any point in my life where I wasn't stressed. You know, for those that don't know, I'm gonna let some info out into the world most people don't really know about me. So prepare. So when I was in my late 20s, I was married to an exotic dancer. I was a musician, so our lives were anything but normal. But things on her end went to the extreme, so much that, long story short, we broke up due to her cheating, I moved out of state, and her new squeeze did some really horrible things, ending up with ending someone's life. They get investigated, go on the run, she unalives her new squeeze because they had a pact. So this all happened within the span of a month. I ended up spending the rest of my 20s and a lot of my 30s carrying around a burden that wasn't mine to bear. Needless to say, I had a lot to get out of my system, and I did so through excessive drinking and music. And that's just a small taste of the amount of stress that I've dealt with. The time came that apparently I'd gotten it all out of my system. I really didn't have anything else to say through music. I wasn't angry anymore, and I just wanted to kind of calm down. So that's what I set out to do. But in doing so, I sort of rekindled a love for horror movies and the art of making movies. So I ended up making my third full-length movie, and I once again found some stress, but also found it much easier to let go of. And it was during this time that the love and enjoyment I had as a kid kind of returned. I started looking at photos online. I went back through some of the photographers that I used to idolize. People like Ansel Adams, Diane Arbus, Annie Leibovitz, and Richard Avedon, just to name a couple. Then I discovered a whole community of photographers on YouTube. I started watching people like Optical Wander, North Borders, Jared Polin, Peter McKinnon, and Peter Colson. What I realized was this. Just watching these videos, people doing street photography or McKinnon landing his bucket shot, I found it relaxing. It was almost therapeutic just watching the videos. So I made the conscious decision to pursue the art of photography. You know, something that I really should have pursued back in my late teens. But honestly, photography fits perfectly into this part of my life. I find joy, excitement, and serenity in photography, whether it's being, out getting the shot or back on my PC editing the shot. I went from watching photography videos and almost finding it therapeutic to going out and making my own videos and taking my own photos and finding therapy in a place I never would have expected. But yeah, that's the short version of how I got here. Photography for me is therapy. It's that feeling of having total freedom to create without anger or any other emotion other than bliss. Maybe I'm just weird, but I really love doing this. I love photography and I love making videos for you guys. I do it because I want to. I'm not doing this with any expectation of becoming viral or becoming the next fill in the blank, I literally do this because the process, the feeling of freedom, and the therapy. But photography is different for everyone. I don't expect any of you to enjoy photography for the same reasons that I do. The important thing is that you find something in life that makes you feel free and helps you in even the smallest way. Anyway, That's what photography means to me and how I got into the art. I'm gonna cut this one off here, and until next time, get out and shoot, and I'll be back in the next one. See you later.